What's up, guys? And today we are playing probably my favorite game right now, and that is Hunter Call of the Wild. And right now, I cannot pronounce this map properly, but we are on I can't pronounce it right. Um, I've been hunting a lot of whitetails on this map, and you can see I have a lot of zones on here. I'm a big time hunter. Uh, love bow hunting in real life, and Um, I've always, ever since I was a little kid, um, always had some type of hunting game, no matter what the console was. Actually, my very first game was Big Game Hunter 2001 for the PlayStation 1. Um, got a lot of trophies, and quite a few cabins on here, and I'll do a separate video on that sometime, walk through to show you all the trophies and stuff that I got. But I've been playing this game on the PS4 and 5 now for probably it's getting close to 3 years. And recently, just yesterday actually, as you've seen on my YouTube channel, got my first great one. Um, this game can be hard and very tedious at times, but I just want to do a little video here on this map. I can't pronounce it right. I can't pronounce it right. I'm just going to go around to some of my zones that I have here and see if we can get some more whitetails. I watch a lot of other players that play this game religiously on YouTube, and when I first started playing this game, I just kind of shot everything because that's kind of how it was back on those older games, like uh, the games that I played the most. Big game hunters, and then Dangerous Hunts. The original Dangerous Hunts was probably still to this day probably one of my favorite hunting games that I've ever played. But some of those YouTubers, Scarecrow and the Lady Legend, I've watched a lot of uh, their videos, and when I first started playing this game, like I would see all these other players on YouTube, and they're killing these monsters, and like how I want to do that. Like how do I do that? So I started watching their how tos, um, and you actually really got to put in some serious time to this game to get these big ones to spawn. Um, the thing that I've done the most and that's helped me is all these drinking zones. All the ones that I go to that's on the drinking zones. Oh, we got a deer upside down. um, I mean, on the map, it tells you, 8 o'clock to 12. The whitetails are going to be here. They're going to be here drinking. Um, but when I first started playing this game, I didn't really know how to like manage it properly. I just went through and was shooting does, little bucks, everything, and I watched a video on the Lady Legends channel the other day, and we got two level twos here. That's decent level two. He's alert. Might want to get down here. But those two in particularly, the Lady Legend and Scarecrow's channels. I mean, if you play this game and you want to learn how to manage stuff properly, especially for whitetails or whatever animal you want on here, their pages are absolutely insane. Um, they have how-to videos on how to manage your herd and how to spawn great ones and all that. And I watched one of her videos last week on this exact map on how to do it. And I have tents all over the place on here. I have some feeders and everything set up. And really, the thing that they said that I listened to and started doing was shooting your level twos and up will help spawn a great one. I mean, I can't tell you how many that I've killed on here, but I set up this map last week and had all these different zones set up to where I could just respawn to it. I don't have a lot of the the blinds and stuff like that to, teleport properly. But, I will do it with tents and stuff like that. But um, I just, like, it happened really quick. Like, I started getting some pretty good size whitetails on here. They were golds. Um, but I didn't think a great one was going to spawn that quick. Again, I have that video up on my channel already. But those two are definitely, probably, in my opinion, the best players of this game right now. I mean, they're insane. They don't just spawn great ones with whitetails. I mean, they have, you name it, they're trophy room. If you haven't checked them out on YouTube, you got to check them out because they're insane. But we're gonna go ahead and take out this level 2 if he doesn't bust me real quick. I think he's gonna bust me. Got him. And that's the thing, the way that they do it, they're insane. I mean, they'll teleport from one side of the lake to the other, and they're crazy the way they play it. It's awesome. My style's a little different. Um, Probably why it's taken me so long to kill some of the big ones, but got my first great one. We're gonna have a little glitch here. Should we take out this little guy too? um, all in all, I think I've killed 8 diamond whitetail and just the one great one. Before I killed the great one, we'll take him out too. He's kind of glitched. Before I killed the great one, the biggest one that I killed was a 200. It scored 272, and the one great one that I killed was scored like 631. It was just a level 10. It was just crazy. It was the big rack. But that, for the whitetail, is pretty much is all that I really focus on here. I mean, my trophy rooms, again, I can go to it at some point and do a little walkthrough of all of the stuff that I killed. I got some pretty good sized moose on here, some diamond moose. I got some Manitoban elk they're pretty good. And this whole corner over here, every time I spawn here, it's always does in this corner. So, but I have some turkeys and stuff. But like when I first started playing this game, I had no idea about anything. Like, I just jumped into it. I mean, I was shooting animals with the wrong caliber and everything, and I just didn't realize, all that actually goes into it. And once I finally started figuring it out, I start taking out, the level 2s and let the level 1s and the small bucks and stuff go and like manage everything properly, like started getting bigger deer. I actually just got this map about a month ago. Before I got this map, most of the whitetails that I killed on this game were on, Layton Lakes and the New England map, which the New England map is still one of my favorites. But once I got this map and just figured out all these zones, these drinking zones for all these whitetails, I mean, it was just so quick. I mean, I didn't kill any diamonds on here. I killed one that was like 254 on here last week, and it was just like, to hit diamond, it's got to be 255, and I thought for sure he was going to make it, but there's a ton of animals on this map. I don't know how true it is, but I did hear another person on YouTube talk about this map, and I think he said that this map has the most species of animals on it. I think he said there's 19. But when I first started it, I was just shooting everything. I had no idea, and like it took me forever to even just like realize like, oh, there's different levels. Your bronze all the way through silver and gold and diamond and then the great one. And I'm like, oh, a lot of the deer that I have in my trophy room, they're all good size. I mean, once I realized you could like get your animals like and put them, taxidermy and, you know, put them in your lodge or whatever. I was like, if it's a gold, I'm gonna tax it. And I mean, I've got golds that are like 190, and then I've got golds that are 254, 250. I don't really focus on much other than the deer. I have some pretty good mule deer too, but now that I'm figuring this out, and how to manage these animals and stuff, really going to start taking these grinds more seriously. Just focus on other species of animals. The safari map, I've played it. I have a couple gold lions and some other animals from that map, and it's not bad. But just, you know, where I come from, you know, we've always been big whitetail hunters, and so it's just the whitetails have kind of been my thing on here. But like I said, the dangerous hunts was one of my favorite ones growing up, and it was literally, if you've never played that game, it's from like 2003, and the title was fitting because I mean, everything, almost everything on there will try to kill you. But it's definitely a classic game. Another map that I like on here is the ASCII Ridge. It's not bad. There's big whitetails on there. I've killed, I think, at least one diamond on that map. When it came out, the whole thing about it was, you know, being able to kill the beavers and whatnot. I think there's another brand new map on here too. Might be wrong, but I think they said it's like in Peru or something with the leopards on it. I think leopards or cheetahs. I don't know, one of the two. But I haven't got that one yet. Some of the stuff from my trophy room, like I said, 90% of it's whitetails. I have a trio of whitetails and a mount on here there's just three of them together, and they all almost score the same. They're all about 184, and they're piebalds. I thought that was cool. Anytime I kill like a piebald, I definitely tax it. I mean, I have a blacktail on here that's it's just a doe, and I thought it was cool, so I took her out and taxed her. I haven't really killed too many super rares on here. Hardly any, actually. Probably none. I mean, the piebalds are more common than some of the other rares on here, you know. My next thing is I would love to be able to get a melanistic whitetail, the all black one. I've only ever seen melanistic on this game 2 times, and I could not get a shot off at him. It was on the Layton map, and he was definitely wasn't gold. I would say silver. And the reason I'm walking all the way over here instead of teleporting is because I need to fix the locations on my tents. That's another thing. If you get tents set up on this game, so I have these drinking zones right here, and then I have a blind, I think, put right here. Okay, that's where I just was. Like these drinking zones, all the whitetails and stuff. If you play a new map for the first time, all these bodies of water, make sure you check them out. Walk the whole perimeter. You will find tracks. You will see animals right there. The tents that I have that are set up, I've learned after watching Lady Legends video the other day, I think I have them a little too close because it makes it nice to teleport right to them. But if you're too close, once you teleport, you'll scare the deer and they'll flee, and you kind of screwed. They do have some of these other players. They do teleport like into certain ground blinds or something like that. I wish that this game would let you teleport to your actual ground blinds. There's ones that they have. I think they're more meant for like waterfowl and ducks and stuff like that. I think you can teleport to those, but 90% of the time, like I said, I'm looking for whitetails, but I also have other, weapons here. The 10 millimeter, the 22, the big boy gun, take out some of the bigger game, 243, and then my favorite whitetail gun is this 308 Stalker. don't really predator hunt a whole bunch on here. I have some black bears and some couple grizzly bears, and I think a couple brown bear. I think they all made, every one of them were high golds. I don't think they were, yeah, they definitely weren't diamonds. The only diamond animals I've killed have been moose and whitetails. But there are a lot of super rares on this game, as far as, fur types, like I said, the melanistic animals, they're insane. One map that I would like to play a little bit more on, again, I'm terrible with the names of these maps, but it's the maps, it's the map with the tigers. I have two of the tigers in my cabin that are golds, but the coolest thing ever would be to be able to spawn a white tiger and be able to take him out. Definitely get him taxed if we ever get to that point. But let's see. I think I have a tripod out here. Yeah, I have a tripod. No, excuse me, it's a box feeder and a tripod out here. Usually, I'm probably going to jump some up right here. There's usually some that hang out right here. What time is it? 10:14. So, and that's one thing this game's really good about too. If it tells you like your drinking zones for the whitetails, pretty much on every map is going to say from 8 to 12. And if you get to a zone and it's a little, if it's past 12, so we got some over here. Let's see if we got anything. A couple little ones. There's a good two right there. He's probably a gold. Let's see if we can sneak over there and get him taken out. If I had to guess, he'd probably be 220, 230-ish maybe. But the drinking, the water sources on here, they're definitely spot on with it. If you try to get to a zone where you know your animals are drinking and you get there and it's like 12:30, it's a good chance that they're not going to be there. So the realism in this game is definitely legit, and that's, at first, like I said, I didn't understand. Got some more over here, some little guys there, I think. There's always two little ones over here. We're just going to spook them up, get out here. I have a tripod stand somewhere out here. But what I was saying is the realism is 100% real on this game. I mean, the only thing that this game doesn't make you do is field dress your animals. You really got to put in the work to get it done. And to get these big animals to spawn. He is definitely good. I don't think diamond. I definitely think big gold. I've taken out quite a few golds from this spot since I've been on this map. And the cool thing is with these tracks and stuff, something else that I figured out and learned from watching these other players. Some droppings here. Yeah, so it says, your drinking zone from 8 to 12, and it also has the little deer up there with the 6. And it's, that's the amount that's in this little herd here. Some locations will have, okay, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 5 over there right now. So I guarantee you it'll say that over there with the tracks too. So it's really cool. It tells you, how many deer are in that herd or in that location. And again, I've only been playing this map for a couple weeks. So I'm sure there's definitely some more hot zones on here that I haven't found yet. Try to get a couple more decent whitetails on this video, but yeah, he's not bad. He's definitely a gold. I don't know. So at this point, like, I'm not gonna tax anything unless it's really big. Like, a lot of these players, they're not taxing anything unless it's a diamond or a great one. I like how he's quartered to me, so I want to try to sneak over here if I can without disturbing him. If it'll let me. Try not to disturb him. And it's something else that I like too about this particular game is that, yeah, you're gonna have some deer that their racks are about the same. I mean, there's plenty of them in my trophy room that their racks are almost the same. But then there's some that are kind of wonky, if you will, that they're just kind of oddly shaped. We're just gonna go for it. Try to get over here. There we go. Probably gonna get busted here. Nope. Oh, yep. Hopefully he doesn't run here. Usually I can pull off a shot from that tripod, but I think he's probably gonna run. We're gonna try it. If he can. And down he goes. But some of these other players who I've watched over the last couple of years, like their grinds, their grinds are insane. I mean, I might hop on the game and play for an hour or so, maybe kill 10 or 12 of them. And some of these players, the way that they have their stuff set up, it's insane. They'll take out on a bad hour, they'll take out 100, and that sounds crazy, but they definitely have it figured out better than I do. So he's a gold for sure. He might be a diamond. I don't know. I don't think, but yeah, he's a 225. He's not bad. Right lung, left lung, liver. So let's jump around here a little bit. I have a decent little spot way down here. They're probably gonna flee when I get here, but and another thing that I've always liked about this game is that, yeah, I didn't really start playing it until 2024, but I mean, this game's 2017, and it constantly has updates. Rest here. I hate to burn all these points, but we're gonna rest because I know I scared him away. Okay. Yeah, there's always updates. There's great weapons packs. Um, I've maxed out to level 60. Did that a while ago. Um, but for this game to be as old as it is, I mean, it's not old by any means, but 2017 and it still gets updates. I mean, there's just a lot of people that play it. They might be down here, they might not be. I think my feeder's empty. And they're not down here. And that's the beauty of it. So we'll fill up this feeder while we're here. The feeders are definitely great to get too. When I first found this zone, there is one deer down here. She's alert, I don't think. I do have a decent buck down there. Let's see if we can get him to come back. Hit him with the snort wheeze. Maybe, maybe not. He's still alert. I don't know if he's going to come back. But when I first found this drinking zone over here, they were all coming right here. And there was some in this corner. So I put that feeder there, and I found, oh gosh, at least 10 at a time in this spot before. Where did he go? He's probably out of here. Yeah, I don't see him. See if we can get to a different spot and find something. Yeah, well, we jump him, we jump him. Another cool feature that I didn't mess with until a while back was getting your bloodhound here. Bloodhound really helps out. You do have some deer down there. Yeah. The bloodhound, or you're having your dog with you, really helps out. Especially in these other maps when there's a bunch of snow. Sometimes, I mean, I've struggled with it before. I don't have the best eyesight. Struggle before losing blood trails. You can find a little bit of blood even if it's a bad shot, and I promise you, 90% of the time, this dog's going to find it. But you can see where these things just pepper this hillside with tracks, and see there's 5 that's been in this zone. Got a little piebald right here, right there, from up on that hillside about a day or so ago. Let's see, can we get closer? Well, we'll just walk. But that's definitely the biggest thing that I learned. You want to manage your herds the best you can, and not just run through and destroy everything like I had did before. I mean, I was so like naive to the game when I first started playing it. I'm like, man, I'm shooting this. I shot a moose one time on here with a 243. I don't know how many times, and just didn't realize. So after I killed it, I was like, oh, I didn't have the right caliber to take down that bigger animal. That makes sense. But that's where the realism comes into the game. Like these older games, the old Cabela's games and whatnot. I mean, you pretty much could load up with what you wanted, go out there and just boom, destroy stuff. This realism in this is just great and definitely makes you work for all of it. I hit a couple more zones on here in this video, but not much of a bird hunter on here. I do have some of these ptarmigan, some grouse, some ducks. Early on, I played it a lot and killed a lot of turkeys, a lot of golden turkeys that scored gold. Turkey hunting is something else that I like to do personally. Uh, and I didn't focus on the birds as much. You could be walking through and hey, there's a level 2 turkey, and throw it up, take it out, throw the gun up and take it out. But let's see what's down here. This is decent zone. I think there's, yeah, 2 spots down here. We can get down here and not jump something up. There goes a deer. It's a doe. 3 does. Decent silver. We'll take him out. Unless there's a bigger one down here. And the cool thing is too, you keep respawning to these zones, and a lot of times you're going to see the same deer. I mean, I spawned to this zone earlier today, and this same deer was standing down here. There was just a bigger one with him at the time, so took him out. That's about perfect right there. Should be able to take him out from here. There's, he might be a little bit better. Where did he go? Yeah, that's definitely better. That's a gold right there. Let's sneak around here and see if we can get a shot. I don't think he's anything huge. He might be in the 210, 220 area. We'll see. Get down by this pine tree here. Get the shot off. And now that I got my first great one, and it's what they call the big rack great one, so he's gigantic. I mean, he's got kickers and everything everywhere. But there's all kinds of great one racks for all the animals on here, not just whitetails, but moose and everything. So that'll be another goal. Hopefully, it doesn't take me 2 more years to kill a great one. But let's check this guy out real quick. I was gonna say 210 to 220 area, maybe. It looks about like a 215-ish, maybe. We'll see. You have 5 in this zone. This guy definitely wasn't here earlier. Yep, 217, decent gold. But that's how I was able to get that big one to spawn the other day. Just taking out these level 2s, these ones that score gold. I mean, not all of them are going to score gold. You're going to have some silvers and whatnot, but took out, you could just see that the deer were progressively getting bigger in size. I mean, the first day that I was playing and grinding, trying to get a big one to spawn, I was killing ones from 210 to 220, and then the next day I was playing, I would get to these same zones and hunt it out, and they started getting to from 220 to 230. I was like, wow, they're definitely getting bigger. So, managing the herd is definitely the big key on here to get these big ones to spawn. Now, if only I can get something this big to spawn in real life this year when I'm in the tree stand, that'd be great. But let's see here. A couple more zones I want to hit on here for this video. Another same decent one. Jumping them up. I can't tell you how many times I've played this game and just disturbed some of these whitetails. They're definitely one of the more tedious animals to hunt on here. I've had difficulties before with the pigs on here, the wild boars, anything, in that pig family. They are very, very tough. You have to be very stealthy, or they'll bust you. Looks like we got another potential gold down here. I think there's only one zone at this lake that I have so far, but if we can get over here and not spook him, we're going to take him out. You play it for so long, you'll start to see, you start getting about 150 meters out, you're going to start spooking them. Which again, something I admire being a real hunter in real life, that the realism is awesome. Yeah, this Call of the Wild series is pretty good. I definitely like the hunting this game better than the angler. And big fisherman too in real life. The angler's fun, but I haven't played it enough to really dive deep into it. This game to me is just so much better. There's a whole mess of them over here. We're gonna get busted again. goes. There, he's gonna come out. Alright, let's see if we can get him before he spooks out. For whitetails, I really recommend this weapon for that reason right there. If you hit center mass, if you hit lungs, heart, like right behind that front shoulder with this gun, they will not move. I mean, that's like the fourth one I've killed in this video, and they straight drop. I have some of these weapons packs on here that I've bought in the DLC, content, but I mean, there's plenty of them that he was just shy of making gold, but let's see. There's some of these zones I haven't been to in a couple days, so when I killed the great one that I killed on here yesterday, the zone that he was on, the lake that he was on, it's a bigger body of water, and I found 3 drinking zones on it, and just happened to have a tripod set up towards the bottom corner where I could face out and see all the whitetails through the binoculars on each ends of the lake. And just happened to walk by, had my waypoint set up to go to the tripod stand, and just happened to walk by, kind of look towards that zone, and I saw a level 2, and then I saw level 10, which I'd never seen before, and I about dropped the controller. And in my opinion, that's another really cool feature about this game. It's like, those older games, I mean, you get thrown in it, and they didn't really focus on the scoring and whatnot, and the levels of the trophy, from bronze to the great one levels. And this game, again, I mean, it makes you work for it. Like to get to the point now that I'm figuring it out a little bit better to start up this channel that I'm trying to get working here. Try to focus on a little less than just the whitetails. Start trying to grind for other animals. One of the other species I really like hunting on here is the red deer. Those things are massive. The biggest one I've killed was a level 9 legendary, but it only scored gold. It did not make diamond even, but those things are just massive on this game. In real life, I mean, it's pretty much a red stag, but they're huge. But it's like any other grind. There's so many ways to do it, and there's definitely people that do it differently than me, and probably more efficiently than the way I do it. But this is a game that I like to play for an hour or two every day if I can, between work and life and kids and life and all that. But some of these other players that are some of the best in the world, I mean, this is what they do. I mean, they make this content specifically just playing this game, and it's insane. Yeah. Let's see, level 1, level 2. Sometimes there'll be a bigger one hiding in here. Definitely whitetail wise, my next goals for this game is I want, obviously, another great one. That grind will take a while, but I really, really want a melanistic. I'm not 100% confident with this, but I'm going to do it. Ah, hit the tree? I think I hit the tree. Well, it was perfect. Again, going back to realism, I mean, you got to hold your breath and, to squeeze off a proper shot, like you would in real life. And if you bump just a little bit, you'll miss, just like I did. Okay, kind of butchered that. Little tiny lake up here. Check this one out. Another map that's really fun is Rancho. Rancho is very fun. That is where I've killed all my really big mule deer that I have. I think I have one mule deer that's a diamond. I think it scored like 300 and something. Would love to get back to that mule deer grind too. Let's see. And a couple little guys here. Some ducks down there. He's probably a silver, maybe. Any ducks that are decent? Level 2 duck. See if we can get them to move. Snort wheeze, that is one of my favorite things to use in the woods when I'm actually hunting. You get a big buck coming your way, man, you hit that snort wheeze, it's like a slap in the face. We'll see if we can take him out. It should have ended up going through lungs. He shouldn't go far, and he's down. Come on, Peach. I think another zone or two in me. Check the lakes. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of thing, I mean, that will tell you, like, the maps are just crazy. And like I said, finding these zones, I mean, I have one zone at this particular lake, and that's probably because I haven't searched the whole lake. Get a spot where they're drinking, they'll come there to drink, and you take out some silvers and you take out some level 2 golds, and then the big ones will spawn. He's definitely silver. More on the smaller side. Probably could have let him walk, but let's see. We'll go clear up to the top up here. This is a very good spot for moose. I think I killed a diamond moose on this map in this spot, but there's also whitetail up here. Don't know if there'll be any up here at this moment, but we'll check it out. Last little zone here, and that'll wrap it up for this video. Okay, yeah, so there's definitely moose here. Here's my whitetail zone. There's usually some over here, but I don't know if they'll be here at this time. There's supposed to be about an hour left in this drinking zone for these animals. So we'll see. And I don't see anything yet. I do like the Yukon Valley map too. With the grizzly bears and the caribou, and I believe the gray wolves are in that map too. I have quite a few of those too. It's so fun. There's a part on that map. I think it's called the Scorched Forest. It's like where there was a forest fire. If you can find that on that part on that map, I mean it's you're looking wide open at everything. You can see animals for days through there. That's where I got a lot of grizzly bear and a lot of caribou. Don't see anything up here. Let's try to jump to another zone real quick. Probably spook him doing this. Yeah, that exact sound right there is what will spook them 90% of the time. It's like, could you be any louder opening the tent, buddy? We might have some down here, we might not. Of course, running through here all the time does not help either. Don't think we're going to have anything else right now. A very, very unhappy moose. Yep, I'm not seeing much down here. Let's see. I haven't been here in a while. Wait, no, where's the one? This is the one. This is where I got the great one. I'll do this one in this zone real quick. And wrap it up. But anybody wanting to get into this video game, I will be as helpful as I can. Again, I'm by no means great at it, but I've watched a lot of people play this game, and particularly the ones that I mentioned earlier in the video. They are the best players in the world at this game. Just it's not even a debate. This exact spot is where we took out the great one. And earlier this morning, I was doing a grind, and there was a big level 2 down here. Not diamond, I don't believe, but he was definitely gold. So we'll see if he's back down here. This is a very, very good hot spot on this map. This particular zone, usually between 8 and 12, you're always going to see whitetails here. I have a tripod stand set up here, but we're just going to walk down here and see what's going on. I really do like the ASCII Ridge map. I love the snow. Um, it's very thick. That's very thick. The water zones are very thick in that map, and the weeds and the brush and everything. It can make it a little challenging sometimes, but there we go. It's level 2 back. Can't tell. One. What's behind this guy? Is it another doe? I think so. It is. Okay. Then there's zone over here. And another two. He's not bad. Check out the last zone. Maybe we can get one more gold here. One deer. Oh, there's a bigger one. Yeah, that's a thing that happens from time to time with this game. It could be one of my few complaints is glitching is very, very bad at times. I've noticed it a lot more on certain maps. ASCII Ridge is really bad about it. There's a part in that map where there's a lot of beavers, and if you go there, there's also a lot of whitetails once you find the drinking zones. And that being said, I have shot many deer on that map, and they'll drop, and I'll go, "Ooh, we have more over here, don't we?" It's the same ones. What's that back there? Anyway, it's famous for glitching sometimes, and what I mean by glitching is kind of like how it was right there. Um, you'll look towards your zone, and then there'll be nothing there, and then you'll see them pop up randomly. Part of the game, it happens. But ASCII Ridge one time playing it, I took out a whitetail and walked up to it, found all the blood, and there was just a whole herd standing there looking at me. So I just proceeded to take them all out. If we're going to be very loud to get over here. We can get to this turn. Maybe we get him out of there. He's alert now. Another thing that is great about this, in a sense, of the realism, is that other types of animals will bust you in a heartbeat. Ducks will bust you, smaller game. You got deer near you, they won't hesitate to bust you. This is going to be tough. He's very alert, and now he's moving. Let's see if we can pull it off here. There's a tree in the way. It's going to turn around for me. He might be a 197-ish, 190 something. Gold, maybe. He might make gold. Come on, buddy. Let's see if he'll respond to the can. Just turn around and that's about it. It's definitely not as big as the other one. And down he goes. But I really am a big fan of this game, and I'm a big fan of the other gamers that I mentioned early on in the video. They're just phenomenal. Um, and they definitely put a lot of their own time into this game, and it definitely shows. So if you haven't checked them out, check out their channel. It's it's awesome. A lot over here in this zone, another group of 5. Yeah, we're gonna let him stay till tomorrow. Get this guy, wrap it up, and he made gold at 193. We got him a little further back, but got him down. But with the whitetails, the grinding that I've been doing, taking out as many level 2s as I can while I'm playing, uh, following these drinking zones, getting feeders, all that has really helped spawn some of these big ones. Definitely be back on the channel, doing some more grinds, definitely be whitetail grinds, and we'll go after some other animals and stuff too. I want to do a video, to show all the trophies that I got in the lodge and all that, but that's going to be it for this one. Hope it was helpful. Hope you liked it. And if you haven't played this game and you want to get into it, check it out. It's a blast.